So today on the Fixit Shed, I want to take a look at this electric heater. It's one of the oil-filled radiator type heaters, and yeah, I got it on Facebook Marketplace for free. It looks like maybe the previous owners had a dog that chewed the plug off. So we're going to start with that and see if it works. So there's a couple of ways that I could go about this. I could replace the whole cord by taking off this cover. You know, I could use like an extension cord that I have here, or another thing that I could do is if I was cutting this off and it was going to be too short, I could crimp on some connectors and create a longer cord after I've cut it off. I don't think I'm going to need to do that. So what I did was I got a new plug for it, and I'm going to cut off the part that's been chewed and put the new plug on. All right, so yeah, you can see where this has been all chewed up. So right about here, I'm just going to cut it off. And we're going to start over. Get rid of that. And I'm going to split this 2-wire cord. Okay. All right, so on this plug, you'll notice that there are two different size blades. One is narrow and one is a little bit wider. So that'll be important in a minute. So I'm going to take the screw out. So what you can see when you open it up is the wide blade has a white screw, and the narrow blade has a brass screw. All right, so what that means is the wide blade is the neutral plug, and the narrow blade is the hot plug. Hot wire. So on the wires, generally these two wires, you have one that is smooth, the insulation is smooth on the outside, and you have one where the insulation is rough on the outside. Okay, the rough one is the neutral wire. So the rough one goes to the wide blade and the silver screw. All right, so let's just strip off some of the insulation here. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, so again, this is the rough side. This is going to go on the silver screw. So you want to try and curl this over, make a loop on the end here, hook. Kind of like that. And then you want to feed it so that when you're tightening the screw, it's going to try and twist the wire in. Right? It's going to kind of pull on it. You don't want it to be pushing the wire out. So you want to wrap it around that way. All right. And then on the other side, you're going to just do the same thing. Okay. And let's see. There's the spot where the screw goes. That's gonna go in between the two wires. All right, so we're gonna. Okay, so just like that, you can see now I have the wires kind of going around either side where the screw goes in, and now we should be able to close it, and that's gonna. So this area here, it's gonna pinch the wire and hold it. So that's a strain relief, so that if you tug on the cord, it's not just gonna pull the wire right out. All right, so we're gonna put the screw in here, and we're gonna tighten this down. There we go. And you can see that closed up nice, and that's got a good tight hold on the wire, so it's not going to come loose. All right, so let's plug this in. Just like that. And let's see, is it power on? Hey, that lit up. That one looks okay. We got a kind of a thermostat up here, so I'm gonna wait for a minute and see if this gets warm. So this one kind of works a little bit counterintuitive. It says less heat this way, more heat this way. So, oh, I see. And it's based on where this arrow is. So this is the most heat at 7, right? This is the least heat at 1. So we're just gonna turn it all the way up and see. And I've got it on level 2, so that's as powerful as it's gonna get. Let's see if it heats up. All right, so I can feel down at the bottom here, it's getting pretty hot real quick. So that's a good sign. Let's make sure the whole thing gets warm. Yeah, we're getting hot up here now too. All right, so I can feel some heat coming off of this. I guess it looks like all this needed was a new plug, and this is functional again. So we saved this from going to a landfill. All right, so if you got something out of this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help this channel out, please consider subscribing or becoming a member by clicking the join button below. Thanks for watching. Take care.